Hello, my dear Taurus. This is your love and spirituality reading for the time between November 1st and November 15, 2017, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. I now use the Spellcaster's Tarot with Melanie Marquise, illustrated by Scott Murphy, and I will start shuffling your cards. I call the Divine with Love and Light, and I call the 4 Archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and I call the 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Taurus viewers. So I want my dear Taurus to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. So my dear Taurus, we will have the full moon in your sign Taurus, the 4th of November. Also, Sun moves from Libra to Scorpio on the 22nd of October. Mars and Venus is in Libra after their kiss in Virgo on the 10th of October. And Venus is leaving Mars behind, moving into Scorpio November 8th. Jupiter and Venus is conjunct on the 13th of November in Scorpio. Jupiter moved over to Scorpio the 11th of October from Libra. There it has been for a very long time. So we will have the new moon in Scorpio, November 18. Mercury moves from Scorpio to Sagittarius on the 5th of November. And Sun moves from Scorpio to Sagittarius on November 22nd. Saturn is moving direct in Sagittarius, and we will have a conjunction of Saturn and Mercury on the 28th of November. Pluto is moving direct in Capricorn. Neptune is moving retrograde in Pisces and will station November 23rd and move directly on November 24th. Uranus is moving retrograde in Aries. So I will just tune in for a few seconds. Your reading, Taurus. Okay, this Taurus is your future there, and this is your now, and this is the past. So we have the 6 of Wands here. We saw it a lot when I shuffled the cards, and it seems to be the energy of the past. 6 of Wands, you have done some kind of victory, been successful in something. And the underlying energy right now is 7 of Swords. It's like giving up on something, or giving up on people that might not be so truthful, or maybe there's some passive aggression, like secretive anger going on. And here in the future underneath you have the 3 of Swords. So there's some kind of old pain that's going to be actualized, I think. The past, it's probably October, present, first half of November, future, second half of November going into December. This is a forecast, so you will be able to get like the upper hand on the situation, but you can also go in when the energy hits, like in the beginning of November, and check the reading again. And also when the period is done, you can go back and see if you were able to learn the lessons, if it's something that you missed, and also to kind of see the situation from the light of the one that knows, because now you have gone through it and you can see what was really going on. So here is the past, and we have an 8 of Pentacles. So 8 of Pentacles is you probably trying to work together with someone else to solve some kind of problem, something that has been repeated again and again. And it seems like it's very prosperous, like it's successful. Trying to shelter yourself, shelter others. It's a 8 of Coins is actually one of my favorite cards. It's when you have like people that loves you, that working alongside of you, really trying to solve the thing, because it's equally important to them as it is to you. So that's a good card. It's a good energy. And the next card here is the 3 of Cups. So the 3 of Cups is kind of being baptized. The 3 of Cups is about Holy Trinity. It's again with this love connection that you have with a certain someone. but it's for the beneficial of your spiritual awakening. So it might not be easy all the time. Even if you love each other, you might still put each other through a little bit of a hell. So, but with the Three of Cups, it's this overflowing emotion, this delicate, beautiful, soft emotion that you have with the people that you really care about, like your baby, like your child, or like this gratitude that you can feel for other people being in your life. But really, it's about the Trinity, like Father, Mother, child. Like this, if you have a relationship with someone, you're building on something. It's like you're building a third energy. The relationship gets like an energy of its own. When you build energy like this, it's getting like bigger and bigger energy. It's not just yours. You together with another create like a third energy, and you together with another person more, like working together, that creates even more energy and more energy. So you can feel this if you meditate, for example. If you meditate in a group, that's like being shot out of a rocket. And if you meditate on your own, well, that's a little bit more not the same energy. It's really wonderful to meditate in a group. So that's this kind of energy that's a little bit mysterious, but it's kind of gravitation, love, things that's building our universe. So Three of Cups has come a lot. So this is big things, working like spiritual work within relationship and within love. Three of Cups has a bad reputation of being like a third-party relationship, and it can be, if it's coming like this, well, there's someone abusing this beautiful connection and kind of being like overindulging it. But really, Three of Cups is connected to the Empress and the Empress outgiving energy. So as long as she's not promiscuous, she will be faithful. And this is talking about something else, like spiritual love. Next card is the Ten of Cups. So building even more on this, like the best spiritual teaching you will get from your best friend and from your closest relatives and from the people that's like your partner. So Ten of Cups is a really great card. You have a lot of protection, a lot of people taking care of you, a lot of people being on your side, holding your back, keeping you safe, wanting you to be happy. So it seems like Taurus, you have needed help for a while because you have been exhausted, and here it seems like the help has come. Like you have really gathered your friends. You maybe just needed to let them know that you needed the help from them. So it seems very loving. And here we have a Nine of Pentacles. So Nine of Pentacles is a little bit the hermit quality. You are building on like what you need, fulfilling your needs, taking care of yourself first. It's like when on an aeroplane where they advise you to take on your mask first before you set it on your children, for example. So you will be able to help them. You can't help anyone if you don't first help yourself, take care of yourself, nursing yourself. The squirrel has like a black bag over its head. It's something that's very peculiar with this Nine of Coins, but it might be that you are missing something, that you don't see something that's really important when it comes to your needs, and maybe you're putting yourself like in a situation where you don't need anyone else, because needing other people might mean something dangerous to you, something that you don't want to see. Maybe you don't want to be like a victim to other people's goodwill in some way, or well, it's something here, very self-sufficientness, very good on taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself. It's meditation, mindfulness, eating well, taking good care of your body, nourishing your inner garden, building like a foundation for yourself, and trying to really like get inner peace. Inner peace is very it's very good quality that you really need. So you have the Eight of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. So we are building on something stable here, something that's very warm, and also inhabitants all your like your loved ones. So it might be that you're taking care of your home, you're taking care of your body, you're taking care of your friends, you're doing things like that's building a foundation for the future, something like with things that's really valuable, not wasting your energy on something that's not really worth something to you. And here you have the Eight of Cups. So with this self-sufficient energy of the Nine of Pentacles, you now sacrifice things that's kind of taint your garden, like the things that make your garden feel sad and dusky and like full of question marks, like people that are secretive or not communicative really well, or maybe they try to steal your energy in different ways. It's like you're leaving these behind, because that's kind of where the Black Hood comes in here, that people that not keeping it real or keeping secrets, it might be that they are exhausting you in some way. And I think you have learned to identify this now, because before in the other readings you have been so exhausted. Maybe you have kind of narrowed down what it is, what kind of source it is that's draining you, and being able to walk away from this. It's a sacrifice, and it might be sad, but it's for your own best, I think, to do this. So it starts with an 8 and ends with an 8. So definitely a karmic situation where you are supposed to, I feel that you have been trying to be very good, like overly good, and that has cost you. And now you need to balance up this situation to also be good towards yourself. Okay, so here we have the now, that was the past, and we have the Tower. So this is what you are building on. It seems to, you know, it's not holding when the storm comes. It seems very stable, this what you're building, but it's apparently not. The Tower is, it's divine forces, wants you to change the compass direction of your life. So even if you have put yourself in a really safe place, you're taking really good care of yourself, you're not letting in thieves in your apartment, you're closing your door to any kind of energy thief, and really try to just be with people that's really nice. Still, they are kind of wrecking your house, forcing you to come out, and then dealing with you. So it's like you're up against really great forces. They're probably not here to really hurt you. That's not probably the reason. It's something more, like it's something deeper. It's like you want to see what's really underneath everything. It might be very comfortable to just, you know, shut people out and not have to deal with them anymore, ever. But here they come and wreck your house. So it's like energy that wants to be dealt with. It doesn't want to be just swept underneath the carpet. It wants to be seen and managed and dealt with. So this is not going to be easily swooped away. It's going to be like right there in your face, causing you a lot of trouble. And you might start to question yourself or your own motives, or if you did the right thing, or like a lot of things like this. Because if things like this is happening, you might feel like, well, must have done something wrong, and that you are punished. But I don't think you are punished. It just wants to dig deeper. It just wants you to see something even more. You wanted to have this like an easy solution, and the solution isn't easy. It's something more profound, like a more profound insight that you need to get to. And here we have the Two of Cups. So the Three of Cups and Two of Cups, sometimes our worst enemies are the people that we love the most or have the greatest connection with, and they are treating us the worst and making our life like living hell sometimes. But here with the Two of Cups, it seems like love is still there. There's something more. You're not maybe supposed to just, you know, sweep away all those difficult relationships. You're probably supposed to be there and maybe teach people something, and they can teach you things. There's no easy solution to this. This is people that actually loves you, and you love them. So even if you try to disconnect, it won't probably work. Okay, so next card, really center, is the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is this teaching situation where you actually you engage in people. You really try to make them see what's burden you with what they are doing towards you in your relationship. There's some reason to why you're avoiding this relationship, why you're trying to get away, and you need to talk about it. You need to confront the issue itself, because if you don't tell people how you want to be treated or what they are doing wrong, they will never know, and they will go on doing the same stupid thing with someone else. So it's like you're taking greater responsibility here, or at least the divine is forcing you to take greater responsibility. This is three, so you're supposed to learn something from this. It's not just about you and the other person, it's about what you can get out from this situation. It's something more profound. So it's very luscious, it's a fertile situation, and you have just felt like you need to get rid of it. So this might be family, friends, partners. It's very earthy, but you are Taurus, so that's no figure, but it might be something to do with work or your income as well, that maybe you just want to quit a job and do something on your own, but really you are supposed to maybe make that workplace work in a better way or make this relationship work in a better way. It's something that you have a quality that you can improve. You have a quality of being able to, since you are getting triggered by a certain relationship or situation, this triggering is the key to something. You can tell this person how they are triggering you, and they will learn something from it, and they might tell how you are triggering them, and you might learn something from it. Here we have the Page of Cups, and it comes underneath the Nine of Pentacles. This is a very young energy, and what I'm feeling here is that when people are unexperienced, they might destroy things for you even if they had the best intentions. It's like if your son is like using your car, wants to go and grocery shop for you, but wreck the car on the way to the store, that kind of thing. So people can be very unexperienced, and because of that they will do stupid mistakes. Okay, but anyway, I think someone is very much loving you and have the deepest you are very meaningful to them, or they are very meaningful to you. There's a deep love connection, but it's something. Page of Cups can be over dramatic, to be honest. They're all about emotions. They're so fragile, so you can just breathe the wrong way and they will end up in tears. So we'll see if we can get some advice with that. Okay, Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups comes underneath Eight of Cups. So you're also sensitive. You're both sensitive, and both are reacting like very emotional on a situation. So both, I think, needs to ground themselves and get more to the root of the cause why you are making each other feel so drained, so exhausted, and so like fed up with things. Well, Queen of Cups, she has, of course, the upper hand here. She has much more experience than the Page, and I think you have something that you can teach others. You can really teach them how to deal with their emotions in a better way, like how you can actually use your emotions to do good things instead of just be desperate and upset. And like, this is a person, they have too much emotions and they're overindulging in wine because they want to not have this they want to be alive, but they want to be alive without feeling any pain or ever any distractions. And when you are in love with someone, deep in love with someone, you will feel pain. You will be oversensitive to whatever this person does. You will read in things into what they do that might not actually be there. So one of you needs to be the bigger person and try to calm down the sway of the emotions, the passion of the emotions here. So kind of fake it till you make it. Fake emotional maturity until you make it. Like, let the other person, it's like waves crashing in on you. Let them crash in on you and Try to keep it real. Try to be steady. I know this is hard because Taurus has been so very exhausted. So how to be a rock in a very dramatic situation. But anyway, both these people have the best intention. It's just that they are hyper sensitive. Like they feel everything with each other. It's like you have this really strong connection, and you will feel if the other one get the hiccups, and be like, well, okay, you got the hiccups. I know you hate me. I know this is personal. It's not personal. Don't take anything another person does personal. It's usually all about them and their little world and what's going on inside of them. So you don't have control over how other people are going to react to certain situation, but you shouldn't take it personal. I think you need to become a little bit more stoic here, a little bit more like deep breaths, trying to not get too upset in a situation, trying to not read too much into it. It's almost like getting more, like more rough skin on your, that you need to have more rough skin, so you won't be so hypersensitive. So it might be that you need to rub off on each other until you are not so sensitive anymore, and the relationship would run more smoothly. So I don't think that it's over. You wanted it to be over, but it won't be because what's crashing in here is love and compassion and the need for each other. And so this is not easily swooped away. It means something. Okay, so but it looks sweet, but it will be your easy solution won't work. That is what I'm seeing. This is your future. So in the future we have 9 of Cups, so that's the wish card. You can make as many wishes as you want, but you shouldn't be like full of anticipation for them being fulfilled. Just keep an open mind. Whatever will come is perfectly all right. It's probably more what you needed. Sometimes we can ask for, we want gold and green forests, like we want to have the world, but what we're really getting is something else. But the 9 of Cups is a very good card. It comes here, you see 9 of Cups, 2 of Cups, 10 of Cups. So this relationship that you have and been working on for a very long time, and it has a very beautiful spiritual exchange. It's there. It's not going anywhere. This is the person that you're supposed to be with. They are supposed to be a part of your soul family. All these cards saying this. So try to be positive also for them. Pray for them also evolving. You can't control this. You can't be in anticipation and hoping, well, when will they ever evolve so we can get rid of this problem? But you can pray for them. Praying is a way of asking the divine forces to step in and help. It's giving up a little bit of your control, letting it over to bigger powers and getting aid. So 9 of Cups, you want something. If you can envision this instead of seeing like disaster everywhere, like what would you want to have with this person or this situation? What do you want to achieve? You have the feminine part of the Hermit here. So that's the upbuilding part where you first you have gone down like the dark night of the soul with the 9 of Swords and the 9 of Wands, like being protective and hating everybody and wants to be alone. And then when you find rock bottom, you find yourself, you find self-love, you find a platform, and you slowly start to descend again, like taking really good care of yourself, meditation, mindfulness, yoga, eating well, finding your life purpose, surrounding yourself with people that you really love. So this is the upbuilding phase where you will get your life in the right keel. So you have 8 of Cups here, 9 of Cups here. I don't think you will get rid of this person. Here we have a King of Swords coming in with the 3 of Cups and the 2 of Cups. So someone will be very suspicious and hateful, and they are going to make a mess in your life, to be honest. And they think that they are right. They are so enhanced in them being right. They feel that they have the truth, that you have been. They're very suspicious. So even you can love them to death, they will still think that you have the worst intentions. So this is a little bit problematic, but in the same way, well, I don't know how you will get in to this person. I'm feeling a very stubborn energy, to be honest. But okay, what I wanted to say is that the King of Swords is usually having a great intellect, like a person that you can communicate in a very logic way and get them to understand. But here, I think that, well, okay, you're up against some really stubborn energy. So I hear you. You want to have this easy energy. You want to get rid of this person. You want to be done with them. But still, this is a king of swords. They are going to wreck your tower. If you're trying to get rid of them, they are going to find ways to kind of get revenge or destroy your life in some way. And that is maybe like the Nine of Pentacles with the squirrel being kidnapped and taking to his... like, you can't get peace and quiet, whatever you do. It's like they will find you even in your like home and in your safest environment, and where you have find stillness and peace inside of you, they will come and poke and probe you anyway. So okay, next card, High Priestess. So you really need to be sharp here, really need to be sharp and awaken, and know that this is something you have been working on for a very, 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 very long time. Eight of Pentacles, it's karma within relationship, and it's 2-2, so it's about duality. How do we work together with others without sacrificing ourselves or sacrificing them, and how can we communicate in a way that everyone can understand? So to High Priestess, she's very intuitive. She's listening inside of her. So it really sees with the Three of Pentacles and the High Priestess here, it's really like you have been called to the well of the divine to contemplate. You will get help. You have asked for help, and with this stubborn energy, and you will get help. 10 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, High Priestess. You really need to be steady here, like really steady. Don't take anything personal. Stay very, like, always when you lose your balance, get it back on again. Don't do anything until you have gotten back your balance. Like, someone will maybe write you a bitter email or something, and you will sway like this and get very upset, and you want to answer. Don't. Get into yourself, get into meditation, find your stillness and peace again. Wait maybe a few hours, a few days, and then you'll answer when the answer will come to you. It might come like an argue in your head, to be honest. When you start to, if you have a beef with a person and you start argue with them, you know, when you're going to the store or driving your car or fixing out in the garden or whatever, and you start to argue with them, then you know that they are getting close to you. You can be rather sure that they are thinking of you too, and they are thinking of approaching you. It might take time, it might take months or a couple of weeks or a few days, but they will contact you. So when you have this argue with this person in your head, write it down. So pull over with your car, take up your phone, take notes, write this down, what you have been like the key in your argument, because this is going to make your head more clear. It might not be the actual answer, like your payback to that person. It might actually reveal something about you. But anyway, it's going to be a message, and this message you can use. You might see more signs of this, get more adding to this, like seeing symbols or hearing someone talking on the radio saying the same thing that you just have thought, and you will know that this is you're onto something. And find the red thread in all this. What is it that you need to like, how can you keep yourself in balance through this situation? What is the red thread? What is it that you want to get out there? What is it that you want to communicate? What is it that you might need to learn, teach the other person? The other person probably have something to teach you too. But here you will get messages that will be able to solve this situation, like with a very dramatic person that really is draining, or might be very attached to you, very dependent on you. It might be that you are very dependent on them, and you will find answers to how to become more stronger in yourself. The High Priestess is very full of self-respect. She is listening to no one but her inside, so she's very strong foundation. not easily rocked. It's a very good card to have. And I've seen this with many people have this card right now in their reading. So it seems like there's a doorway open for everyone now to connect with their higher self and their divine helpers, and really get some crucial information that can be helping you out of this loop, never-ending loop. And here we have a Two of Swords. So Two of Swords comes underneath the Nine of Pentacles and Page of Cups. So I'm thinking the most important thing for you here is to keep yourself very balanced. Like this over-dramatic entities wants to wreck your garden. It wants to destroy your peace of mind. It wants to like get to you, and it's all right. But what it is, what it really wants to do is get you out of balance. And why does it want to get you out of balance? So you can find your balance again. So let this person get you out of balance and then find your balance again. Let them get you out of balance and find your balance again. You have 2, 2, 2 here. So the balance point, it's very important for your inner peace. And when you are being like pushed like this, you are going to like more and more easy, more and more fast, you are going to find your point of balance again. Every time you have been rocked, every time someone flipped you over, you will be bouncing back and become very stable again. So this is really a challenge, and it's like being stuck between a rock and a hard place. So you can't do much of it, like more than endure. And this with enduring is going to kind of make you find your balance again. Like even in the midst of a storm, even in the midst of a big challenge, you will find your balance again. So this energy here, it's really a big help. Will really help you on your spiritual road. So they might be very, like, not logic and very dramatic, but still they're going to help you find your mojo. Okay, so they want to, this is going to be a beautiful way for Taurus, because it's like this stubborn energy will make you practice on this until it's like a clockwork. You won't even think of it. And this, when you're looking back some years ahead, you will know that this was the point when you learned to find balance and inner peace. So it's very good. And here we have the Fool. So the Fool comes from the Page of Cups here and the Ten of Cups. So this naive little entity that seems to wreck your life, it's actually here like God sent. And it's also talking about you becoming more courageous, not so locked in, not so afraid, not so, it's like you're becoming more happy. You have had some kind of shadow over you, maybe some guilt or something where you were not like good enough. And here I think you will start to really love yourself and appreciate everything about you. So this is going to be a freedom. It's like you're freed from something that has been weighing you down for a very long time. And for some of you, it's going to be like leaving persons behind might be a really great freedom to you too. So some people can't be taught, some people can't be like, they can't stay with you. It's going to be like that. So for some of you, it will be through endings. But for the most of you, Virgo, I see that this is actually going to help you become a more happy entity. It's going to make you more adventurous, more less cautious, more. It's like you're going to get more in tune with, like your. Here you're still like very logic because you have the Two of Swords in between. But when you both just have these, you will become like, you will have an ignition from the source and you will just do it. So this is like reconnecting with the connection that we had with Earth and Mother Nature and the divine before the fall of the paradise, where we actually got this mental capacity to make decisions. Here we were just following our divine ignition and just doing, it was like a clockwork. We were working very beautifully together with nature, and it seems like you will get this back, but you will still be able to think logically. So it's rather wonderful, actually. So, my dear Taurus, this looks beautiful. I will take cards for you from the astrology reading cards. It's with Alison Chester Lambert, and some cards for okay, we got one card, and I want one more for Taurus. Card for, oh, that was a little bit too many, I guess. One more card for Taurus. Okay, thank you. So we have the 4th house here, and this is what you have been trying to build on, like a beautiful foundation for yourself, somewhere that you can feel safe and you don't have to deal with like people coming in and messing around with your stability, your home and the roots of your being. But here comes Sagittarius. The energy imbues power, superior confidence and enthusiasm with fate, good fortune and authority. So it's like you are trying to build like a safe nest for yourself where no one will ever come and, be able to provoke you again. It's like you're building this stone house, the pigs, the straw house, the wooden house, and then the brick house. This is the brick house. So you really want to build something safe where like big high walls where no one can come in. But this is not it. The last, what you are going to find instead is that you are going to be okay with whatever happens. Like you are going to be wherever you go, you will always be able to find stability in whatever situation you're in. So you will always bounce back, and this is going to give you a tremendous freedom. You don't have to hide. You can go out in the world and be very direct and tell people exactly what you think and what you feel. And so this is being like a part of nature instead of shielding yourself from nature. So I think this is going to be wonderful. Also, I will take a card from Oracle of Visions by Cyril Marchetti for Taurus. Oh, that one. And here you see there's some time. It's like a waiting game, waiting for time to pass by. This with time, it takes time to learn something. It's like the 8 that you have had. Like this need to be a repetition over time to learn something new. I will see if I can read this card for you. Maybe you get some new insights. So number 40. Time, life. Time is a figure 8. And you had the 8 of Cups and 8 of Pentacles was starting there. At its center, the city of deja vu, like experience the same thing over and over again. Time, the ultimate thief, gradually takes from us and never gives back. A hooded priestess holds out her hand, offering us a lifetime in the form of an hourglass. Its shapes suggests a cyclical nature that we might simply rotate and start afresh. In smaller issues that might be true, and indeed we often sense repetition, but in the larger sense, the hourglass is simply an illusion. In the truth, such perceived patterns are merely detours along one's journey. Here we see that the golden sand does not merely fall to be recollected, but escapes, and eventually the glass will be empty. Time is commodity that is never really ours, but merely something we have use of for a given period. The only way to ensure the balance in our favor is for us to use our allotted time fully before it's been taken away from us. Live every day, hour and minute to the fullest. So this it wants to save you from living your life like limited in this house. It wants you to live more freely and really take, use your time. Don't be afraid of life. Like get yourself out there. You have been so fragile, so you wanted to, you know, make your life smaller and smaller and smaller, so you were able to comprehend it and deal with it. But actually, you're supposed to be so grounded and so full of balance and self-love that you can go wherever and still be happy, and whatever can happen to you, and you will still be happy. So this is really a chance for you to start to live life more fully. And here we have clean sweep, and as below, as above, so below. So clean sweep is what I said. Some of you is really going to have to get rid of people, and someone will try and will not succeed. So see if I can find the right page here. There it is. Okay, so clean sweep. Every year, take time to spring clean your soul. Cleanse yourself from non-benefiting beliefs in your life. Remove the cobwebs, sweep away your fears or doubts, and dust the corners of your mind, allowing new viewpoints and life values to enter and reside there. Once everything is spotless, take in a deep breath and set your soul free again. So the full kind of energy that you see there. And above, so below. As above. Here, this is known as the heaven on earth card, because whatever exists in heaven can and does exist here on earth. So when you clear your mind and you don't have any worries, you will become like living more on a heavenly earth. It is our perception on how we interact with ourselves here on earth, and whether we have faith to believe. The Fool has a lot of faith. This vibration is found both in air and earth, and so the two should be in balance. Have a foot in both worlds and create your own equilibrium. So it's really about this, with finding peace and stillness wherever you are, and try to always change. See what's limiting your life, and making you not be able to live fully. Okay, so I hope this helped. I want you to take really good care, and I hope to see you again, Taurus, in the beginning of November for the mid-November readings. Okay, bye-bye.